The FIRE movement began in earnest about 20 years ago when a bunch of nerds figured out a magical equation called the 4% rule. They figured out that if you save 25 times your annual expenses into a high-yield investment account, you could Hey, I'm Charla. I'm a screenwriter, comedian, and the host of the Working Writer podcast. I'm also the creator of the Working Writer School, an online course and community where I teach screenwriters and creatives how to build a life and career they love. I started the Working Writer School because I found that even after I made the leap from day job to writing for TV, there were so many things I needed to know outside of just writing a script, and I really struggled to find the training and mentorship that I needed. And now, after writing for more than 7 years for networks like TBS, Comedy Central, and Netflix, I've put together a comprehensive course that trains screenwriters how to be working professionals in Hollywood. So if you want to write for television and you've already taken script writing courses and you're wondering what's next, then the Working Writer School might just be what you're looking for. And right now, when you sign up for the Get That Work mailing list, you'll get 10% off an annual membership of the Working Writer School. Membership includes access to all the courses the school has to offer, including the business of Hollywood, how to get repped, and how to manage your money as a creative. You can take the course at your own pace, and you can access it conveniently on your desktop or our app. Now, before we jump in, I want to give you a fair warning that today's video has big nerd energy. There will be math, actual math, and I'm very sorry about that. But if you want to get your finances in order so that you can enjoy your creative life, then keep watching. Now, if you've never heard of FIRE, it stands for Financially Independent Retire Early. In this video, we're going to focus on the financial independence part of FIRE and put the retire early part on the back burner. The FIRE movement began in earnest about 20 years ago when a bunch of nerds figured out a magical equation called the 4% rule. They figured out that if you save 25 times your annual expenses into a high-yield investment account, you could safely withdraw 4% of that money indefinitely without ever depleting your funds. In effect, making you no longer dependent on a job for your living expenses. So how would this work in real life? Let's say that you're a family of 4 and your expenses come to about $40,000 a year. 25 times $40,000 is $1 million. Now, with the 4% rule, you could safely withdraw $40,000 or 4% of $1 million safely and indefinitely without depleting your funds for the rest of your life, essentially. Now, $1 million is a lot of money, and it takes people on average with a consistent, moderate income about 10 years of aggressive savings to save that much money. And by now, you're probably thinking to yourself, Charla, you're crazy. Are you trying to tell me I need to save $1 million when I'm broke? And I just want you to know right now that that is not what I'm saying. I am not telling you to save $1 million because you don't actually have to save that much money to reach financial independence. Your FIRE number is based on your personal circumstances, and it can be whatever number makes sense for you. But what I am saying is that you should consider making financial independence a long-term goal, especially if you're a writer, creative, or freelancer who does not have the financial security of traditional employment, because FIRE allows you to create that security for yourself. Now, you may remember from my previous video that I have a history of being bad with money. I'm now a part of the FIRE movement, and I've been actively saving towards my F.I.R.E. number for the last 3 years. And even though I'm nowhere near reaching my goal, even just aiming for financial independence has put me in a significantly better financial situation than I was before. That's because the FIRE philosophy encompasses all of the characteristics necessary to be good with money. Number 1, aiming for FIRE requires you to prioritize saving above everything else. When you're trying to save such a large sum of money, it's impossible to do it without saving a significant portion of your income. And in order to do that, you'll have to live below your means and avoid spending on things you don't need. Many people in the FIRE community save as much as half of their income or more towards their financial independence goal. As you can imagine, saving half of your income or more requires that you change your life in a myriad of ways. Maybe that looks like cutting back on expenses like subscriptions or eating out, taking on a side hustle, or even living with a roommate for a while so that you can put that extra income towards your savings. Number 2, FIRE puts you on a long-term path to financial stability, because an important part of financial independence is being debt-free. When you commit to FI, you're also committing to paying off your consumer credit card debt, your auto loans, your student loans, and ultimately your mortgage. Now, this all may sound crazy, but let's say you make FI a goal. And 5 years from now, you're nowhere near your FI goal, but your car loan is paid off, your credit cards are paid off, and you have $20,000 saved in a Vanguard brokerage account. You may not be financially independent yet, but you're a hell of a lot more financially secure. Number 3, and most important, FIRE forces you to examine your values around money. For example, if you're like me and you've grown up with American consumerist values around money, then you might think that real wealth is about having the nice car, the nice house, and the nice clothes. But now, as I've embraced financial independence, I won't sacrifice financial stability for things. These days, I value peace of mind over everything else. So whether you reach financial independence or not, aiming for it will help you create financial security for yourself that gives you peace of mind about your future, autonomy over your time, the freedom to create things you care about, and spend time with the people that matter to you the most. For these reasons, I hope you'll consider making financial independence a goal. If you've watched this far, please put a fire emoji in the comments. And if you found this helpful, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That's all I got for now. Until next time, get out there, get to work.